Hey guys, what is up? It's your girl, Grace Tori, and I'm back with a whole new podcast episode. We have so much to discuss. Everything and nothing has happened recently, and we have to talk about it. So the topics for this episode are very hodgepodge. We're going entrepreneurial, book talk, wanting to give up in life but not. I'm also dog sitting, so if you're watching this, my mom's dog is sitting behind me. Her name is Aspen, and she's very cute. Yeah, I feel like there's more topics. I have a list. TTPD is gonna come up because I'm still not over that. So yeah, if you're interested in any of those topics, want to know what the heck is up, or you're just here to vibe, then go on and join. We are gonna go ahead and jump on into it. Of course, before we do, don't forget to follow on whatever platform you are currently listening on. I upload every single Wednesday and Sunday, and this is also a community of women who are looking to become the best version of themselves. We're in our 20s, we're feeling a little lost, feeling a little flustered, and we're going through it together. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and hit that follow or subscribe or whatever the term is on the platform you are checking this out on. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm Grace Tori, and you're listening to That Girl the Podcast. Grab a beverage of choice and settle in, because the new episode is starting now. Just a little random side note, I live in Kentucky. The Kentucky Derby was yesterday. It's been a crazy weekend. Like, everything's been busy, the traffic's been bad. I don't live in Louisville where it is. I grew up in Louisville, but I don't live there anymore. So I'm just glad I'm not there because it was definitely way worse. Lots of drunk drivers, lots of stress, lots of running around Kroger last minute. I mean, I guess the Derby's fun. Like, there's Derby parties and stuff, as well as, like, the actual Derby that you can go to. But it's kind of lost its magic for me at this point. As someone who literally has a degree in equine science and took classes on horse racing, I'm kind of over it. So, yeah, I mean, it was fine. Like, the weekend was fine. It was just weird. Like, it was weird. Like, Travis Kelce was here. Alex Earl was here, Alex Cooper was here, and it's like cool, like there were some other people here, it's cool, but like stressed. I'm very stressed. I like went to the gym last night and I was like, crap, the Derby's gonna be over in 30 minutes. I need to get home before everyone leaves the parties because lots of drunk driving going on. I also got hit. When did I get hit? Friday. No, Thursday. I was leaving Kroger and I got hit. Someone hit my car and then sped off. So there was no damage, so I didn't report them, but I did get their license plate, and that was crazy. I'm kind of stressed about driving for the foreseeable future because of that, because I love my car, but my car is also like an expensive car. It's one of the things I splurged on as someone who's 25 and doesn't have kids. One of the things in my life that I choose to splurge on, and I don't want it to get broken, like nothing going on there. I don't want any like damages. Like, I would be very, very, very upset. I mean, I feel like anyone would, regardless of like what kind of car you drive, but I don't know. I'm very protective of my car. I love it a lot. I'm trying to get like new wheels and stuff for it because like she's beautiful. So that stressed me out. I called Josh and he was like, what are you going to do about it? And I was like, nothing, I just need to tell you. And he's like, well, okay. So, yeah, that's the second time I've had a hit and run in my car. But since my car has a tire on the back, it has just hit the tire because they've hit me in the back both times. But I don't like that. I had 0 hit and runs in my last car, and I had my car for 6 or 7 years. And now I've already had 2, so I love that for me. I'm doing great, and neither of them were my fault. Thank you. So, yeah, that's really it, I guess. Aspen, do we have anything else to discuss? No? So I guess we're gonna go on and just dive into everything else that's already on the list. That wasn't even on the list. That was just a fun bonus. 30 hard. My last episode was my 30 hard challenge that I started on May 2nd. It is like a much easier, better version of 75 hard for people who have like a life and can't go to the gym for an hour and a half a day. And, you know, it's more of like a beginner's 75 hard. Like, you do this and then maybe you move up to something a little bit more extreme. Because as someone who is always working, has a lot of health problems, I just like didn't want to do 75 hard. I felt like I would just be setting myself up for failure because it's like overwhelmingly hard. So I did my own version of 30 hard. That's what my last episode is about if you want to check that out. But I started on the 2nd. Today is the 5th. It is Cinco de Mayo. So I'm on day 3, right? And it's been going good. I kind of made a chart, and so I don't think there's been a day where I've done every single thing yet, but I have made a chart, and like usually I only miss one thing. 1 to 2 things I usually miss. It's like one was like not having dairy or artificial sugar. That one I've missed, and then the other one is like do a 30-minute workout, but like I only have to do it 5 days a week, so if I didn't do it that day, then that would be missed. So I think I'm doing pretty well. I'm pretty excited about it. I feel a lot better already, partially because one of the things is drink 64 ounces of water, and another thing is have 3 meals a day. So those 2 things I think are making me feel exponentially better because they are like hard for me to do. I don't really do them. I usually eat 1 big meal a day, and I usually don't drink enough water, which is terrible for you. Don't do that. I just get so stressed, and I'm doing so much that I just like kind of don't eat. So forcing myself to do that has been hard, but I do feel a lot better, and I just like feel good. Like, I don't know. I'm not like in a bad mood. I don't like want to just like lay in bed all day. I have energy. It's really weird. I've also been trying to eat more food, like more whole foods, like more nutrient dense foods. And so I don't even know, like there will be times when Josh will be like, "Are you hungry?" And I'll be like, "No," which is crazy because before I was always hungry. I just like never ate because I didn't really think about it until Josh was like, "Hey, have you eaten? We should eat." And then I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm actually starving. I haven't even thought about it today." So that's been going really, really well. I feel a lot better already. Highly recommend it. Like I said, it's the last episode. I think it's called like Do This to Glow Up in 1 Month. It's literally the episode before this one if you're interested in checking that out. So another thing, next topic on the list, your girl is once again entering her entrepreneur era. I never truly leave it, but I'm once again working on a side hustle because whenever I feel really hopeless or helpless or sad or like no, I don't know what I'm doing with my like career, usually I start some sort of side hustle and it lasts for like 6 months and I make some money out of it, and then I just kind of get bored and I stop doing it. And eventually I'm hoping I just find that one thing that sticks forever and I like become profitable from it. So right now, that thing that I'm doing is 3D printing things and airbrushing them. So my 2 vibes that I'm doing, like the 2 areas where I am focusing is Taylor Swift things. So I'm trying to do something for every album, and then A Court of Thorns and Roses because I'm a part of those fandoms. I know them inside and out. I feel like my ideas are the best because I'm so familiar with the content. So those are the 2 areas I'm focusing on. I'm trying to do bookmarks as well as like little items that you can put on your desk, and that's what I'm really focusing on. If you guys want either of those things, I'm happy to share them with you. And I feel like, I don't know, I'm hoping this is different than the other things I've kind of dabbled in, and I'm excited. I've looked into like doing farmers markets and vendors markets and all the different things because it's just like what's exciting me right now. I feel like when you're going through hard times, you're going through struggles, like you aren't feeling particularly motivated to do anything. Whenever you do have a spark of creativity, following that is so important because for me, like, it's kind of like a lifeline. It's what's keeping me going right now in this moment and giving me hope. And I'm going to hold on to that until either this works out or something better happens, because eventually something's bound to work out, you know? So if you are a serial entrepreneur like myself and you feel kind of beaten down from your full-time job, or you feel unmotivated, like nothing's working out, just keep going. Follow your hunches, follow your inspiration, and eventually something is going to come out of it and you're going to feel motivated, excited. It's all going to work out. You just have to keep going. We cleaned the house today. The downstairs, let me be clear. We cleaned the downstairs today. I feel so much better. I feel so much more creative. I'm going to go down there and edit this and publish it, and then I'm going to draw some sketches for 3D printing stuff. And I'm just feeling really good. We have a candle going. I just cooked dinner, and it's been like good vibes, like genuinely good vibes, happy. I could sleep down there. Like, I need to clean up my room and I need to clean up my office next, but I don't feel terrible. Like, it's doable. I'm not feeling as overwhelmed. So cleaning your house is important. We spring cleaned already and now it's like already messy again, so it's time to do it again, but we're good. We're good. This is your reminder to spring clean. Like I mentioned, I am feeling a little bit stressed and overwhelmed, but I'm also like over it. It's funny because the line between being so stressed and overwhelmed and wanting to control everything and giving up and just not caring about anything because it's so overwhelming that you're just like, there's nothing I can do, I give up, is so thin. Like, that line is so thin. I am just going back and forth between like, I don't care, whatever happens, and life is terrible, but I can fix it. I'm gonna stress about it until it fixes itself, like, type situation. I am so stressed, so overwhelmed. My leash is so short right now, to be honest. I haven't felt super motivated. That's why the podcast episodes, I personally feel like my podcast episodes have been lacking compared to what they usually are. Like, I don't think they're terrible or else I wouldn't put them up. But I do feel like compared to previous episodes, they have been a little bit lackluster and I'm aware of that. So, that's something I'm trying to work through, but I think a lot of it is because I'm so overwhelmed. So I do want to like say like, I know I'm working on it. I'm trying. I'm just so stressy, depressy, and trying to work through those emotions and like not overdo it or not underdo it. And like, I don't want to be lazy, but I also don't want to overexert myself. And I've never been good at knowing like the line, like finding the balance in between. So I don't know. I just need a reset. Like, I need like a $5,000 grant so that I can just reset my life. Like, take 2 months to figure my life out and then just like do whatever. Because I just need a reset. Like, I'm trying to protect my peace and be at peace and not be overwhelmed and stressed, but it kind of comes with the territory of like life. Like, you're not going to be at peace forever. There's always going to be some sort of stress. You can't just protect yourself from like everything and never have a stressful moment ever again, which is something that I'm coming to terms with, and it's fine. Like, it's totally fine, but it's hard at the same time. I don't know, we just had a really crazy week last week. We drove to Cincinnati like 4 times, on top of like going to work, and it was just so exhausting. And I think it put me at a place mentally where I'm just like, nothing. Like, there's just mush in my brain right now. There's not much going on outside of that. So it's always fun. Also, let's talk about the Tortured Poets Department. I know that it's been out for a couple weeks. I know I've talked about it. I know. But it's weird because like, I feel guilty if I listen to any other music. Like, I get in the car and I'm like, oh, I still need to listen to this. Like, I still need to, I'm not over it. I just, that's the only thing I want to listen to. But it's like, I'm also like, oh, that's kind of heavy. I don't really want to listen to that right now. But then I'm like, I don't want to listen to anything else either. So, I don't know. This album is effing me up, man. Like, I am all over the place. All over the place with that thing. But it's fine. The last and final thing is, I am in my book talker era. So, I'm not doing book talk type stuff really. But it feels like it because I'm so in my book talker vibes. Like, I'm reading House of Flame and Shadow from Crescent City. I'm not really going to say spoilers. I'm just going to say, like, I've read probably 3 chapters and it's weird. Like, I feel like it's weird. It's the beginning of the Crescent City books are always very weird to me. Like, I'm always like, what is happening? And then it takes me a little bit to figure it out. So, nothing new there, but I'm like weirded out by it. I'm also reading The Love Hypothesis, which is really good. It's a little bit predictable, but also not at the same time. I really like it. It's very wholesome. I'm getting really mad at the main character because like, there will be obvious answers to things and she just won't get it. Like, I'll be like, why doesn't she do this? And she'll be like, well, like, make her life so much harder than if she would have just done what I think she should do. And it's like very obvious that she is dumb, and it's making me mad. But it's a good, wholesome story. It's stressing me out, but it is good. Not realistic at all. It's about like a grad student who like ends up fake dating her, not her professor, but a professor in the department, and it just like keeps going and going and unraveling. So really, really good if you're looking for a good book to listen to. That one's on Spotify. I listen to it while I'm at work and stuff, and then I read the Crescent City series at home. So that's where I'm at with books. I'm just really into it. I think that the first thing I'm going to do for the 3D printing and airbrushing is bookmarks, because I'm really excited about it. They're really easy to do, and I feel like people enjoy it. So if you're particularly looking for a specific design bookmark, I will customize it. I will literally put your dog on a bookmark, like if you want me to. I'll do all the things, so just let me know. We know how to do it. We're good. We got it down pat. But that is everything on my list. Sorry this was short. I know my episodes have been short lately, but like I said, my brain has been mush. We're gonna get through this together, and then we'll be back to normal. I just have to sort all this shit out in my head and kind of figure out where I'm going, because I'm in a weird transition period right now, and I'm aware of that, and I'm just trying to figure it all out. But yeah, I don't want to make this unnecessarily long, so I hope you guys enjoyed, got some thoughts out, something. If you have any questions, you want to chit chat, I'm always open. DM me on Instagram, comment on TikTok, comment on my YouTube. I got all the things. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, I upload every single Sunday and Wednesday. If you're watching this on the Sunday it comes out, I hope you have a great night. If you're watching on any other day, I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, or night. I love you guys so, so much. And I'll see you in my next podcast episode. Bye, guys.